What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 209 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So, if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: who from New Japan Pro Wrestling would you guys like to see get signed to WWE in the foreseeable future? Let me know down in the comments below. And since we are on the topic of New Japan Pro Wrestling, today's video, we actually have something very interesting for you guys. And apparently, it seems that WWE is interested in signing none other than Jeff Cobb. Give me 1 second, I need to fix my tripod. There we go. Sorry guys, I had to move my tripod a little bit to remain in crop. Anyway, moving forward. Moving on. Yes, you heard me right. Jeff Cobb, apparently being interested by WWE to sign him, and it's kind of weird because Jeff Cobb is actually one of the top. Is actually honestly, he's actually one of the best in-ring performers that anyone has ever seen from around the world. And the guy has won championships everywhere he's been. Everywhere that he's been, he has won championship gold. Think about this: AAW Professional Wrestling Tag Team Champion one time with David Starr and Eddie Kingston. Action Zone Wrestling 3-time AZW Heavyweight Champion. All Pro Wrestling APW Universal Champion. Young Lions Cup 2012. Big Time Wrestling BTW Tag Team Champion with Chemo. Cape Championship Wrestling CCW Tag Team Champion with someone named Blaster. Fighting Spirit Pro FSP Champion. Filipino Pro Wrestling FPW Championship one time and the current champion, funny enough. Lucha Underground, former Lucha Underground champion and Aztec Warfare 2 winner, I assume. New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP Tag Team Champion twice with Great Okan, never Openweight Champion, and New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion. Premier Heavyweight Champ. Tripod moves. I keep kicking it with my knees, so I apologize. Premier Heavyweight Champion, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG World Champion, and Tag Team Champion with Matt Riddle, which is very funny. Battle of Los Angeles 2018. Wrestling for Charity, Mission City Cup 2012. Ring of Honor Television Champion. Move of the Year 2018 for Tour of the Islands, which I believe is like a mini like a weird spinning power slam. I believe it's called. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how he does it. Never saw Jeff Cobb compete in the ring, Might have to watch a couple of his matches just to see, but we'll see. Ring Warriors. Ring Warriors Grand Championship, Grand Title Tournament 2018, and then Tokyo Sports Best Tag Team Award 2022 with Great Okan. So the guys, so it's like, so everywhere he's gone, he's won championships, and he's actually one of the best out there, and he's part of a faction called the United Empire, which I believe is run by I think is led by Will Ospreay and TJP. Yeah, so TJ Perkins, TJ Perkins and Will Ospreay, who Ospreay is actually one of the is actually one of the best, incredible, one of the most incredible talent that the world's ever seen, and he is as advertised. The guy is absolutely incredible. From what I had seen on social media and from what I had seen in a couple like videos on YouTube and Facebook, the guy is actually really good. The guy is incredible. But as far as Jeff Cobb goes, this was actually reported by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. He said that according to him, multiple sources indicate that WWE has been monitoring him, his contract and his wrestling skills, and apparently, according to according to multiple sources within the promotion AEW, which is obviously WWE's competition, apparently sources from within that promotion stated that Cobb is not expected to join WWE. Apparently with Cobb's New Japan contract still unclear at the moment. There's no telling. There's really no telling if or when we'll see Jeff Cobb get signed to WWE. And the weird thing is, he recently suffered a loss last month. And he questioned his direction by saying quote, maybe it's time to take my bags and go somewhere else. Which this actually came about after taking a string of losses, which is something unthinkable from his previous undefeated G1 run, which the G1 climax, I think, is a yearly tournament where I think the winner would get a shot at the world title. I believe. I'm not sure. I think that's what it is. But I think honestly, in my opinion, I think it's a good idea for WWE to sign Jeff Cobb to WWE, because think about what he could potentially do in WWE. I mean, there's a lot of big dudes that could match him, that can match him power for power. There's guys like Braun Breaker. There's guys like Roman Reigns. There's all the members of Gallus who we saw this past Wednesday on WWE Evolve. Crazy to see them show up again after a while. Who else is there? There's Sheamus. There's Drew McIntyre. There's Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman. There's Randy Orton, which is very funny considering that he weighs 290 pounds. Almost, he is a damn near 300-pounder. I don't even know. I could not tell you. That's pretty insane, you guys. Who else is there? Sheamus, I mentioned. There's Gunther. There's a lot of big dudes who could potentially match Jeff Cobb power for power. Now, as far as speed for speed, Braun Breaker is hands down number one. Hands down number one. Which the dude Braun Breaker hitting someone with the spear at 23 miles an hour is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I have no idea how the hell he is able to do it, but he is indeed able to pull that off. But there's a lot of top tier talent. Excuse me. In WWE that he could also potentially face off at some point. Aside from those that I mentioned, there's guys like Carmelo Hayes, there's guys like Trick Williams, there's Eddie Thorpe, all who are a part of NXT. Aside from Melo, there's CM Punk, Seth Rollins, who else? There's New Day, there's Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, Rey Mysterio. There's a lot of talent that Jeff Cobb could face off at some point if he gets signed with WWE. In fact, I think it shows his, let's see, I believe it shows here. Yeah, it says here that just yesterday, um, just yesterday, he actually teamed with Kyle Fletcher in a losing effort against or actually sorry, last year. Last year, I thought it was yesterday, but it was last year. He was actually in a match again in a tag team match with Kyle Fletcher, who's once a part of the United Empire. In a losing effort against Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose, which is very interesting. But aside from that, now I think he's just back in New Japan. Um, yeah, I think he's back in New Japan. I want to say. Um, so again he's had quite a few losses in New Japan and in several other promotions. It makes the fans wonder, where could he sign with next. Yes, I from what I've seen on social media. It's only from what I've seen on social media because I don't watch them. He has made several appearances on AEW, but the thing is that a lot of the matches that he was with in AEW, he's basically lost a lot, pretty much a lot of them from what I have heard. And it makes the fans wonder if he would do better in WWE than he would in some other promotion. And honestly, I think he would. I think the power that he brings to the table, the speed that he brings to the table, and with how many years experience he's had in the ring, it could really do a lot of work. It could really help WWE out a lot, because right now WWE is at a point where it's doing perfectly fine. Roman Reigns is no longer champion, which even with Roman Reigns, if he was still champion, WWE would have thrived just fine. But because that we have a brand new set of champions, including Io Sky as the new Women's World Champion. with Liv and Raquel as the new women's tag team champions, with LA Knight once again the United States champion, and with with the Street Profits as the new WWE tag team champions. And also let's also not forget Stephanie Vaquer as the new NXT Women's Champion. Big shout out to Julia on an impressive first run as champion. One could argue that WWE doesn't really need Roman Reigns anymore. And it's because of Roman Reigns that WWE had thrived far better than anybody expected. We'll give him that. But the fact that WWE has thrived better than it's ever before proves that WWE doesn't need Roman Reigns. It's more the fact that Roman Reigns needs WWE. Now, am I saying that to show any form of disrespect to Roman? No, I'm not. I just think that Roman Reigns needs to just take a step back a little bit, and instead of being put into the WrestleMania picture, just let everyone else get their WrestleMania moment, and then at some point down the road, maybe in the next year or two or so, then yeah, maybe go after a championship. But for now, I think Roman Reigns should just back off. At least in my opinion anyway. But imagine that, right? Like Jeff Cobb versus Roman Reigns. That could be a very good first matchup right there. But we will have to wait and see over time. Not really sure if he will sign with WWE. Just because of the fact that his contract with New Japan is still unclear. No one knows if he will sign a new deal with New Japan, or if he's gonna just end up taking his talent elsewhere. And if he does take him elsewhere, odds are he'll probably end up with WWE at some point. But we will have to wait and see as time progresses. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.